right, the board is yours.
Very well. Let's go to hell now for 800.
Okay. The policeman says there's been some robberies in your neighborhood and asks if you have any information.
What is? Not only do I tell this man what I know, but I also assist him in tracking down the offender. After all, our ministers of law enforcement are only here to protect us. Is this correct?
I mean, it should be. But I'm thinking you haven't spent much time in America. Let's just hear about today's prizes. Johnny?
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Nyes.
Motherfucker, I won best costume.
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz. Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
Woo! Boy, hope you guys are ready for a high-energy podcast.
Fucking barn burner.
We gotta fucking bring the motherfucking ruckus. It's time.
This is gonna be the Matt Riddle, Will Ospreay. No, Matt Riddle, Zack Sabre Jr. of podcasts.
Yeah, just
No, you were right the first time.
yeah, I think you're right the first time.
Okay.
That's actually more accurate, I feel like. Oh my god. Yeah, so today is Tuesday, April 11th, 2018, and this is episode number 418 of the PanelsOnPages.com podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Pineapple.
And Kelly Harris.
Sit down, Becky.
Jose Guzman, I'm going to assume, is asleep.
He just saw our Facebook message.
Okay.
That
So
boy
he was just asleep.
That boy has a problem.
That boy has a problem.
Our friend has a drug problem. Can you help? Can you help him?
Oh,
As
God.
he peers through the comic shop window, eating a Domino's pizza.
As if, frankly, as if on cue.
There he is!
He's back.
Hey! Look at that.
Look at him.
The boy made it. I never
Anything
lost
bad
faith in
would
you,
start
Jose.
without you. This is all live.
You there?
No, I told him. I was like, no. He's going to beat me. I had your back. So, yeah, we are... we've been home for just what feels like just hours. Just fucking hours. We were in WrestleMania. No, we were in WrestleMania. We were in New Orleans.
We're WrestleMania.
We were all a WrestleMania.
I'm a WrestleMania. You're a WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. No, we're in. I'm not gonna say sunny New Orleans because it was kind of cloudy and shit, and fucking cold. It was fucking cold.
Like
for
it wasn't.
a couple of days.
It was cold Saturday. Like it came through and it cut through your body. That coldness.
It was weird. I didn't appreciate it, but like so it was the four of us, my good buddy Goat, the ladies. We had a lovely time.
No names.
No names.
Man,
they know who they are.
Fucking love Goat. I missed hanging out with Goat, man.
This was the first time I really got to hang out with Goat in like
man.
an extended amount of time. That dude's great.
He is a fucking Southern gentleman. He is a treasure. And boy, if he didn't laugh at all my jokes, and that really warmed my damn heart.
Fucking love that boy. Look, not to toot our own horns or anything like that, but I was talking to Goat on the way home. It's like, God damn it, like, I guarantee you we were having more fun than anybody else in this fucking show is because, goddamn, we're fucking funny, y'all.
I said the same shit. Like
people love sitting by us.
I defy anyone to have had a better time than we did.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Even when we were having a shit time, i.e., 11 o'clock on Sunday night, we were still having a better time than most.
That's right. Definitely better than anybody fucking at the Superdome. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Apparently, you couldn't fucking get a bathroom or a bottle of water to save your life there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
so
terrible.
imagine being at the Superdome for 7 hours and not being able to piss or drink a bottle of water.
Can't.
Nope.
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 No, not having that.
Even
Not having that.
Even some of those people that I see in my feeds that are usually stand for WWE. Even they were like, "Oh, this is bad." This whole situation.
That's too, that really is, that sucks. That really fucking sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks because I feel like it sullies the name of the Superdome because, like, this is the first time they've ever had a tragedy there.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's been smooth and nice and, like, I can't think of another time where it was ever a problem.
Yeah, we had a pretty.
I was hoping we wouldn't say that, and then someone would write us a letter explaining Hurricane Katrina to us.
Actually, pushes glasses up on the bridge of nose.
Yeah, we had a pretty dope B&B on the other side of the river from all the WrestleMania events.
God, we really did.
Really cool. It did not fit in the neighborhood. Not to say the neighborhood was bad. But we were right next to a cemetery.
Well, I mean, if you ask Leah and I's Uber driver.
But, like, the B&B was called the Sliver on the River. It might as well have been called Gentrification is Coming.
There was a touch of that.
But
there was a touch of that.
The joke was that anytime you opened a door and you didn't know what was behind it, or like the attic stairs in the ceiling, just debris from Katrina was going to come falling out.
Which I'm sure is incredibly insensitive to anyone who fucking lives there.
Oh, it's been long enough. We can make Katrina jokes now.
I think so. I mean, like, I was at
Kansas spicy down here.
I wasn't asking for permission. I'm just saying.
Now, Lee, was it your first time in New Orleans?
Yeah. Goat had been there before. I had never been there. I got the feeling you had. Yeah?
Yes. I went there. I won a short film contest with a local radio station, and I won tickets to New Orleans to see the Arena Football Championship game.
That's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, all of those words together are just incredible.
But it was a pretty, like, it was Arena Football game or not. We probably stayed for a quarter. You know, it was a New Orleans trip. Oh, Jose's trying to say something. Is it Morse code? He was trying, though. He's trying to get that connection. Jose, if you can hear us.
Nowadays, if you say that you won a trip to go see an Arena Football League, that feels like a punishment.
Right. That's why it was a negligible part of the trip when we went.
Oh, sure.
But that's when I found fucking Frank's, that's for sure.
Yeah, whereas
fuck Frank's. Fuck Frank's and that goddamn catcher's mitt that was talking outside of it, trying to get us all in the place. Oh, the guy got the best calamari you ever did see. Fuck you, your calamari sucked.
Yeah, I feel like the New Orleans part
Channing
of our
Tatum
trip
knows what's up when it comes to food, giving me the best po' boy I had all weekend with the freshest damn tomatoes I've ever had.
For as varied as some of our food experiences were the whole week, I think Channing Tatum delivered, like, across the board.
Oh, Channing Tatum brought it.
You find yourself on Bourbon Street, you got the Pop Bump. Go to Channing Tatum's Saints and Sinners. It was the best food any of us had all weekend.
Yeah, we didn't know it was Channing Tatum's.
No, not at all.
Until Goat and I were standing next to the cardboard standee of Channing Tatum, and we started looking around and saw all the Channing Tatum pictures on the walls.
This amazing painting of Channing Tatum that I kind of want on the wall. It was fucking great. It was the best thing we had. Like everywhere else we went, like someone had a positive experience.
Yes.
But like also someone seemingly had a negative experience everywhere we went. Like, without fail. Like there was no grand slam once we hit Saints and Centers, which it was the first night, which is kind of rad. But it worked out well. The Bourbon Street, the St. Louis, the New Orleans of it all was kind of a negligible part of this trip. Not by design. I think we all thought we were going to see playing the scene and all that shit, but we did go out Wednesday night, hit Bourbon Street, which it's like what, 6 blocks, and there must have been like 11 titty bars.
I mean, we were informed that it was titty time.
It was titty time. I have never seen like a per block ratio of strip clubs in my fucking life. It was kind of nuts. Like, it's like, we get it. Calm down, New Orleans. Calm down, New Orleans. We understand. We've been on Bourbon Street for about 4 minutes before somebody walked up and whispered in my ear, "Got that good cocaine."
Got that good cocaine. Not that shit-ass cocaine.
Did not look like he
got
had
that
cocaine.
I mean, there was the one crazy man walking down the street saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna curse y'all." That was a good time.
Yeah, definitely. I've been to some cities, been around. I'm fairly well traveled. Definitely the most colorful homeless crazies I've seen anywhere else.
The homeless people in Bourbon Street seemed far less dangerous than the homeless people in the French Quarter. Yeah, the French Quarter homeless always looked at you like they wanted to skin you and wear you.
Don't look at them, Kelly.
Well, there were so many you couldn't not do it. They were just there.
And they kept challenging me for my belt.
Yeah.
They kept challenging Jose to fight.
Well, Jose walking around the French Quarter with the fantasy football asterisk championship, and you had to expect not only drunk people to challenge you, but fucking bums. Like, that is literally, they see that and they think, if I win that, I can fucking pawn that shit.
Like, it was 1:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday, and people were just fucking noshed.
Oh God, yeah, they were wrecked.
It's prime crazy time.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy. Yeah, we
That's
made
that
down the French Quarter
nuts.
proper on Saturday, and like the idea was we have an early show, so we'll go see the show, and we got nothing until midnight. So we'll get a proper French Quarter tourist experience. Not so much, because we were out until 4 o'clock the morning that day.
Yeah.
We went home, took a fucking nap,
And
went to see more wrestling, and like we couldn't have walked through the French Quarter but to get an Uber fast enough. We're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I want to go sit down.
I was like, if you guys were gonna keep going, I was like, I'm taking a left. I was debating. I was like, could go to the CCW show.
We kept walking by like shops and something. Oh, that looks really cool. I mean, like, fuck it.
I mean, we could have stopped at any point.
Oh, I know. No, did I speak up?
No.
No. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I fucking missed out. Like, the words began to form. By the time they left my tongue, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it was a lot of, oh, looks cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just kept walking.
Get to stepping.
I feel like we got the perfect amount of Bourbon Street / the French Quarter on Wednesday night, and it's dark out. You don't see you don't see everything in the darkness. Light.
Not all the imperfections stand out.
Yes.
French Quarter also smelled 1,000 times worse than Bourbon Street.
Yeah, kind of smelled like New York shit a diaper.
Yeah, it did. It smelled like worse New York.
Well,
because
the plumbing's all fucked up and weird, and like it's just kind of the way it is.
And it's not just piss and shit. There's a whole lot more vomit in the French Quarter than there is in New York.
Yeah, and just unwashed masses.
Yeah, it's got quite a bouquet. Does New Orleans? Let's see what else. What else we did eat at Melba's. That was one of my finds on the internet. And Melba's is either a restaurant with a laundromat in it, or a laundromat with a restaurant in it.
I'm gonna go restaurant with laundromat.
Yeah. So like,
It's
I
smart.
didn't notice the laundromat until we were leaving, and I thought you guys were just making weird jokes the whole time.
but it smelled like delicious food, and also like, springtime soap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a
It's
place
a really weird combination of smells in the air.
for a place
Better thing to do when doing laundry than eat barbecue.
Yeah. But for a place that's selling, fried seafood, the fact that the fabric softener sheets overpowered that smell was a little disconcerting.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. A lot going on. That's a very good point. Very good point.
And we were on. It was. How do I word this correctly? I don't want to say it was hostile territory, but we weren't looking to hang out there for too long.
No,
Once our food was
kind
done.
of the story of most places in New Orleans. Like, I felt very transient everywhere we went. Like, oh, all right, let's fucking move along.
Well, I feel
Don't
like a
hang
lot
out
of it
too
is
long.
fucking WrestleMania. Just a bunch of fucking marks rolling up in our place. Get out of the way of the menu, you fucking mark.
Yep.
No, we're not gonna split the check, you fucking marks. None of you are gonna tip. You gotta spend too much money on mark picks tomorrow, you fucking mark.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
But what they didn't know is we're fucking cool. The one place we were welcomed with open arms. Between two of the shows, we stopped at a Walmart. Fucking Eagle Eye, Lee, and Goat spot a comic book shop.
Yeah.
We roll up in that motherfucker, and it was like a family reunion.
Yeah, they were all super cool.
No, we almost met the future ex-Mrs. Goat there for a minute. The one girl was getting in the bedroom eyes, so she found that she was out of state. And like, oh.
Oh wow, I didn't catch that.
Oh
yeah, I didn't catch any of that.
Oh yeah. The sketchiest fucking comic shop I've ever seen. So
I mean, hey, go. You could have just slept out in the living room with me for a night.
yeah, oh yeah.
Go-
I don't
go
like.
coulda had the room.
I said we can go back. It's okay. But so we walk in this comic shop, and there's like 5-ish friendly nerds. Looks to be run by these two chicks. And everybody's super like, hey, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, oh, we're just kind of passing through, hanging out, and like, we were presumably going to go getting food in a moment. Like, there's like some other shit down there. And it's like, yeah, just look around, let's do anything. And on the left side of the store, they had like this week's new comics, like a limited selection of this week's new comics, and like one copy of each.
Yeah,
Which
that was
is
weird.
Very
Yeah,
weird.
that was the weirdest part of it to me.
Like
Well, maybe the others were in the back.
but just one. Like no more than one issue of anything.
And the comics didn't quite fit on the shelves.
Yeah, it was just all of it was strange. And then they had like just the most haphazard throwing together fucking long boxes on planet Earth.
Yeah, how many would you say? 20 long boxes?
Sure.
They look-
yeah.
It looked
maybe
like-
a little bit more.
It looked like they emptied out Juan's storage unit.
With just no rhyme or reason to anything, but the chick's like, hey, it's cover price on anything. And so we fucking said, all right, let's dive in a little bit.
And you boys went deep. You went balls deep.
Not as much as the other guys, because I got annoyed by the
Disorganization.
yeah, I can handle it. I fucking alphabetize my movies for Christ's sake. But
I'm used to the hunt. I'm used to that. So I walked out with like 30 some books.
no, I'm sick in the head, so I need you to be.
At one point at the Pontchartrain Center, Kelly went to sit next to the guardrail, and Goat was like, "Oh, that's gonna leave Lee all out of sorts."
Fuck off. Well, that's because I'd already tried to sit somewhere else.
And it just didn't work out.
I couldn't do it. I had to go back where I was
Yep.
because I fucking imprinted on that seat.
It was a good seat. that right along the railing. That was a good seat.
'Cause I know I'm not okay. And that's all right.
It's fine. We're all fucked in the head.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we all got our fucking little quirks. It's all right.
Yeah. Jose has a fucking drug problem.
Oh god, we walk into the place. The girl at the shop's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And Kelly's like, "Well, pretty sure our friend has a drug problem, but when he comes in, don't talk to him about it at all." Because we got there, and all of us are sitting in the parking lot, and Jose's just sitting in the car. We're like, "Jose," and he's just sitting. Like, I guess we'll go inside.
I was doing something. I was busy.
Like, oh shit, is he on crack? Kelly's like, no, he's not on crack. Like, why did he go to crack? And then Jose comes in, and everybody hushes up, and he's like, hey, ordered a pizza.
Because the comic shop was upstairs from a Domino's.
Between the car and the store, Jose ordered a pizza.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like, to his credit, that pizza was a good call.
It was.
Yeah. Solid.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking class move there, Jose.
Well, fuck yeah, it was. Everybody was hungry. No one wanted to admit it.
And no one really needed a meal.
And the funny thing was, we went there looking for food.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then,
yeah, but then after we found Dick, it kind of became, well, everyone's going to end up eating at the center. And fuck that, there's a Domino's underneath. Let's get an appetizer.
Fucking, he hooked it up, made it work. He's a goddamn genius.
And like the comic shop was super cool with us just eating a pizza in their store, which is kind of amazing.
yep. Jose is standing outside the window eating the pizza. They're like, your friend can come in.
Well, I didn't want to presume. I didn't want to be rude.
No, and I honestly wouldn't have thought that that's a cool thing to do anyways. So
Well, yeah, because again, okay, going back to the store. So yeah, so they had like, one copy of like a handful of new comics. They had like 7 old shitty trades.
yeah, their trade
like,
selection was weird.
it was just nothing there. It's fucking strange. And so like you think, cause I've been to shops that are like primarily like gaming stores that have some comics. So, and the name of the place was something like, it was a very gaming type name of the store. So maybe that's the deal. But they also didn't have any gaming shit. They had like a few binders of like magic cards. Like it was. There's no fucking way they sell comics and gaming shit in that store. As I'm trying to tell you, like, there's no way that place is on the up and up at all. Like there's no fucking way.
Did you?
Maybe they're trying to feel out the waters. It's like, hey, would your buddy want some crack?
I was sending the link to the call to Zero because he's going to jump on when we do actual fantasy football. Did you guys mention the wall of like older back issue comics that were bleached by the sun?
I don't think I even noticed that.
You didn't notice that?
Those
It was there.
been-
It was there.
I think those might have been like gaming guides.
But they were not by a window, but they were
No.
all bleached by the sun.
Yeah, they were like there was like old, like imagine a D&D game manual from like 8 years ago.
It's almost like it was a fucking police sting, and the police constructed this comic shop as a ruse. And like
We
they
have $200.
But then they
Yeah.
forgot it was a ruse, and this is just their life now.
They actually go to work, report on time.
They put a comic shop together based on what they saw on Big Bang Theory and a budget of $150.
It was weird.
Yeah, that
They were
checks out.
They were lovely people.
Sure.
They were probably the loveliest people we met outside of the venue.
Yeah. And also, another thing I thought was interesting, in the back issues, there was never, there were just weird long boxes, but there is never more than one copy of each book.
No, not one of anything. Like,
It was somebody's collection.
Yeah, it was just
Somebody-
a big collection they bought.
Somebody
some fucking
died.
savage that can't put shit in order.
Yeah, somebody died or couldn't afford their storage unit anymore and said, "Here, use these in your police sting."
Hey, Howard, your son got some comics, right? Bring them shits up here. Yeah, but not to say that we didn't meet some interesting characters in the venue.
Those we should bring up as we go through the shows, I think.
See, but I mean, we can try, but
That's true.
We
we
got
all
8
kind of
shows.
bleed together
yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
But in front of Goat and I sat the world's most friendliest Satanists. These little skinny Satanist folks, they're devil patches.
They were very nice.
They were very nice, but boy, do they have they had. I wish they hadn't had left because
Where'd they go? I wonder.
they went fluttering about
Well,
everywhere.
To visit or go back.
They
It was little Nicky.
were little Nicky. They were super nice and friendly, and like the one dude wanted to get beers many times, and the girl was like always like this kind of.
I thought they were drinking hard liquor.
You know what? I think they may have been drinking cocktails
they
too.
might
Yeah,
Yeah, it was both.
he went a bunch of times, but she'd kind of.
But they never seemed like fucked up.
No. Okay, not as fucked up as some. Let's just do that.
They were
Yeah.
never screaming and belligerent. They were just
They were having a good time.
Yeah.
Good time. She's like, so where are you guys from? And I'm like, oh, well, me and this guy, we're from Tennessee. Kelly's from Milwaukee, and these cats all came from Florida. We're all having things to go, oh, it's great. Hey, if you need a place to stay, you can come back and crash on our floor. I'm like, well, that's nice, but I mean, we're in a couple days. We're good. We have a place to stay in. It's fine.
You want to have a threesome with me and my husband? That's what I'm saying. How about a foursome?
So where are you from? She's like, oh, well, I'm from Phoenix originally, but I moved here a few years ago. I was homeless for a little bit, but by choice. And before I could go on, because I want to hear that fucking story real bad. Homie came back and they kind of fell into themselves. Very much in love, obviously.
Yes.
But she had, on the corners of her mouth, I'm touching them, but you can't see them because this is not a video element. She had at the corners of her mouth were bleeding. Like, and she covered up her makeup, but almost like she had tried to start like a little Joker smiles. Like, not a lot, but just enough where if you look closely, it was there. And it was like, huh, there's some shit going on with you, lady. I want to know everything about your whole fucking deal. but because, boy, am I interested. But then they left and spread the love of Satan somewhere else. And that's
Yep.
That's okay. Good for them.
And then a very excitable young lad came and sat in front of us. Boy, did he love Grado.
Yeah. And he did that, and then like he lifted away, and some fucking uncle materialized in front of us out of nowhere.
Oh.
That was I kept being amazed by like how many people were just sitting in front of us at spring break.
Like, and I didn't see that fucking uncle sit down. He was just
No,
there.
I didn't. I kind of thought he'd morphed in from the first guy or the second guy into that guy, but then I was like, wait a minute, what? No.
This guy's his final form.
It was the week of the uncle. It was
Uncle
Uncle
So
Federation.
many uncles.
It was Uncle Mania.
Uncle Mania running wild. Like that's like just running bits all fucking week. It was so great. Like I keep saying weekend, but it was practically a fucking week. It wasn't even a weekend.
Practically, yeah.
Wednesday afternoon to Monday morning.
Yeah, it was a fucking lot. I think it was the same show. Was that? No, that wasn't Becky Mania. Wasn't.
No, Becky Mania was the WN Super Show right before spring break.
Yeah, fucking Becky.
Woof.
And also, one of my favorite things about this whole weekend is then going on Twitter and finding other people talking about these people that we've seen as well. And they fill in little details of the story that we didn't get.
Yeah, that's great. So what we saw was this fucking giraffe-sized blonde chick, drunk, yelling things at the crowd, yelling things at the wrestlers within, what, third
and
row?
often getting the wrestlers' names wrong.
Yeah,
when she's yelling at them too.
She was third row, and she was a hot fucking mess. There with her friends.
I felt bad for all of her friends.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up she was.
Yeah.
And she became the target of our bits for the rest of that show, to the point where we dubbed her Becky, and then everyone around us then also dubbed her Becky.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like from 2 or 3 rows back, you just hear, God damn it, Becky, sit down. It's so great.
And then later on, we spot her out in the smoking section having what looks like fisticuffs with some dude.
Yeah.
He was like pushing her, holding her back from something else.
Yeah, it was really hard to tell what was happening because it looked like I think the dude was holding her back, and then there was another group of people, and like there was a woman crying at the center of that group. I've never got the story on that. Like I don't know what that was about. I think they were sitting by Becky, so she may have just called them a name or something.
Oh, yeah, because a couple dudes ended up moving like 5 rows back to get away from her at one point.
Yeah. So Becky may have said a bad word at her friend, who I assume was her friend. They were sitting by her, and yeah,
Maybe
it
not
was
after that weekend.
yeah, exactly. Probably not after that weekend. But so
Becky ended up sleeping on the Satanist floor that night.
oh my god, I would not be surprised at all. Because Becky wasn't at spring break because she got thrown out of the venue by Will Ospreay, which we found out later.
I would like to think Will Ospreay actually dragged her out of the venue and then fucking Royal Rumble over the top roped her just out of the Ponce Train Center.
And in a city with thousands of people, with tens of thousands more transplanting for the weekend, somehow we found this bitch on the street the next day.
Like, just as a joke, we're driving up to the French Quarter in our Uber, and I just see the shape of what could have been Becky, you know, tall, blonde, probably shit-faced. And I was like, haha, it's Becky, and we get a little closer, and we're like, nope, that's fucking Becky. That is Becky. Keep driving. Keep driving.
It was a fucking trip.
Shit, now that I think about it, I'm really wondering if Becky was that annoying woman on the airplane on the way from St. Louis to New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
It might have been.
Let's just say she is.
I think it is. Because now that I never made this connection until just now, I think that was her.
Becky is the patron saint of basic bitches.
Yeah.
Well,
because I remember her saying that I think she and her man were going to Mania, and I remember people saying that she kept talking about that when she was being super lit at the WWN Super Show.
What was the one quote that you said?
Oh, because she was talking to she and her man sat next to this guy on the plane, and she's talking to him, and I just overheard her go, you know how people are having like marches for like everything now? I want to have a march for caviar. I think people could get behind that.
That's a fucking Becky thing to say.
Oh,
yeah.
Becky.
So Becky.
God damn it.
Extremely fucking Becky.
She was a Becky, all right.
The last kind of real A-Squad character, I think, that I ran into at least was this fucking Jamoke who sat with us, or next to us at Kaiju.
Oh, God, yes.
Travis Bickle cosplay.
Yeah, Travis Bickle cosplay.
Yeah.
The most intense person we met all weekend.
Because Kaiju is open seating. Like, you fucking come in, just do your thing, and sit down where you want
Bleachers
to.
are taped off because they know they're not drawing that many people.
Yeah, so we were sitting like right
we were
there.
ringside.
Yeah,
we
ringside.
were up against, we were on the guardrail.
Yeah, so we were. I'll bet if you watch Kaiju Big Battle on WWN Live, you'll see us all over that motherfucker.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
We're all over that damn thing. I kind of want to watch it just to see.
I was like,
dude,
don't look fat, don't look fat, don't look fat.
I think Goat ran into him first, waiting in line. He's like in line, and there's like a family with a couple teenage daughters in front of him, and he's just kind of hanging up doing his thing. And this fucking Jamoke walks up and gets like right up on him, like uncomfortably close, and says, "Hey, if you were a flavor of soda, what flavor would you be?" And Goat just no-sells him. You don't even think about it, but it's like a really important question. And these girls look around, look at Goat, and Goat's like, I don't know this motherfucker. And he's like, because if, and he just pimps away. I do not need my drink that bad. I'll fucking come back.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he's sat right next to us.
Of course.
Yeah, he leans
And
into
was
me and
full of questions like that.
Yeah.
Initially, the first thing he said to us, he was asking about ice cream, like what our favorite flavor of ice cream was. And he goes, "Yo, mine's rum raisin." And I feel like that's just like New Orleans thing, you know? And we're like, "Yeah, that's kind of." And he says, "Like, yeah, that's kind of like an old person flavor." And we're like, "Yeah, whatever." And he just kept going on about whatever. And he goes, "That's what I like about these shows. You can just talk to anybody. It's not like these uppity white people shows where you just have to like, just not talk to anybody." And I'm looking around him like, dude, there's like one not white person here. Literally everyone that you're talking to is white except for Jose.
and Sakimoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was just it's a super intense.
And then he would go on and ask. I know he asked Jose about
What meat would I give up?
Yeah, if there was one meat you would give up, which would it be? Chicken, beef, or pork?
which then fuck us. We ended up talking about it at great length the next day.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
that's
real
when I
good
said,
question.
I'm going to go look at something. And then I just got up and wandered around the venue for a bit, hoping he would leave. He didn't leave.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to tell him later, please stop flipping off the monsters. You're doing it far too much.
Your energy's all wrong for this show, bro. Like, calm it down.
Like, keep doing the part where you're like flapping your wings at the bird one. That's cool. Like, that's supportive. I like that.
And he was
But, like,
strongly on Dr. Cube's side the entire time, except for the main event.
until the main event, and he was like cheering for every Dr. Cube guy. Fucking love Dr. Cube.
Dr. Cube is the supervillain of Kaiju Big Battle, and he has his fucking stable of minions.
The posse.
Yeah.
And then once he saw that Unicorn Party was against one of Dr. Cube's dudes, the rest of the time was fuck you, Dr. Cube. It's like, really?
When the intermission hit, I think he had like 14 empties in front of him. Like, he was fucking lit up.
Yeah.
They were doing a real good job at that bar, making sure not to overserve people.
Man, I said, all you white people look alike.
That fucking bar at Spring Break was never less than 100 people long.
Yeah.
That was the most crowded wrestling event I've ever been to in my life. Like, I feel like we kind of, it was a sleeper hit for us last year. You know, I mean, word of mouth travels fast.
Oh, yeah.
And between the good word of mouth and a pretty fucking stacked card, like, it was standing room only. Like, they ended up having to bring out more chairs for people to sit in because there was no room for people to sit in the bleachers.
And
It was very cool, and it was a really good energy. Like, it was a fucking rad time. Man. It
people
was
were
great.
ready to party and have a good time. It was fucking Spring Break.
Yep.
It was good. Perhaps the best part, the Invisible Man got retribution and won the clusterfuck match like he should have last year. He earned it.
The clusterfuck, which went on 20 minutes longer than it needed to.
It was way too long.
It was too long.
We didn't
It was
get out.
fun.
It was a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
That was like my only complaint about that show is that the clusterfuck was far
It just
too long.
the show was too long. We didn't get out of there until 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That's too long.
After spending all day long talking about how, like, man, they're really running shit tight. Like, I feel like, everything's on time and the shows are shorter this year, but not to the point where you feel ripped off. Like, it's really good. I like it, Cut to 3:30. Oh my God, it's still going.
Hour 4 of Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Yeah. And, like, I can't say that I'm upset with how long Janela versus Sasuke was.
No.
Like, if anything should get time, it should be that.
You take the time from the clusterfuck and maybe even lose one of those opening bouts.
Yeah. Because, like, the opener I enjoyed.
It was good.
But you didn't need.
No.
You could have thrown all those dudes in the clusterfuck.
And they could have done all of those spots. Teddy Hart, fucking all those guys.
Yeah.
Teddy Hart, who was scheduled for 2 shows that we were seeing over the weekend, showed up to 2 of them.
Yep.
And was on time as far as it seemed.
And as far as I know, he made his booking for Impact versus Lucha Underground, too.
Good for that. Damn. Good for that guy. Everybody grows up eventually. Now, Low-Key and fucking Alberto Del Rio, that's another story.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio is the new Teddy Hart.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's gonna start selling.
But nowhere near as talented.
Start selling exotic cats.
Yeah. Because like I say, every time you see Teddy Hart, fucking does something you've never seen before.
So let's
be...
let's run through the 8 shows real quick and just see if any of us have any comments on those. Because man, we can't go through every single match. We'll be here for 3 days.
No fucking way.
Well,
so we started off the weekend with GCW presents Matt Riddle's Bloodsport,
which was no ropes on the ring, all shoot fighting.
Yep,
but not like shoot fighting. But
yeah,
shoot fighting
style.
Yeah, I'm glad we saw it, but I don't think I need to see that again.
I think it could be tweaked.
Yeah, I think
it's got room for improvement.
Yeah,
it does. There's too many guys that aren't good at that style on it, and the referee was kind of shitty at times.
Well, the guys that aren't good at that style, you use those guys to do some of the bits like, don't fall out of the ring, doing the arm bar where you're hanging outside the ring. Do more bits with the concept.
Or have them go in there and be like the bruiser.
Yeah.
Against the guy who is
gotta have the fucking salt in the eye bit.
Jose was very much about recreating Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport at Matt Riddle's Bloodsport, and then he realized that Kelly's never seen it. And
every time he'd say these things, I'm like, I don't understand.
And then the rest of the weekend, Jose was taking Kelly under the learning tree and teaching him all these things about the many years he's been on this earth.
I will say the two standouts on that show were definitely Walter versus Tom Lawler and Suzuki versus Riddle.
Yeah. Walter, you called it, Kelly.
Told you guys.
This lovable Australian boy. He doesn't play lovable. Austrian, yes. He doesn't play lovable, but boy.
No. Big old beefy boy.
Big old boy. Like, straight out of a fucking Indiana Jones movie. Like, he should be guarding an aircraft. His music is
big
great.
Old beefy aircraft.
Yeah, big old boy just gets, ends up fucking punching Indiana Jones in the face at some point. Man, great look, great music, great fucking entrance, and just he hurt people. Not
not in a careless way.
Not in like a sexy star way.
Right. No.
But his
like when you're going into a Walter match, you know what you're getting, and it's a bruised chest.
Yes. His fucking chops are no joke. And it's not like a Ric Flair like smack. It's not like a it's a thud.
It's a gunshot.
Oh my god. And
it's a sick sound. It's a sick fucking sound.
If you want to see the result of Walter's chops, go on Twitter and see if you can find the picture of Quebecer Pierre-Carl Ouellet and his chest after their spring break match together. It is black.
Who fucking brought
it.
Shit out of it.
Maybe.
Yep. And this was his breakout. Like, dude's getting a bunch of bookings now.
Oh, good for him.
I saw he's facing Matt Riddle on some show in New York in June, I think.
Not to jump around, but he was a fucking tag team Mountie in 90s WWF, and then dropped off the face of the earth. He was probably a trainer or something. Did he have a?
Yeah, he was working indies. Like he and Walter had met before in like WXW in Germany.
And this old Mountie comes to spring break and is going toe to toe with this young bull Walter and doing moonsaults and hurricane ranas.
And the best part was before the match, Walter gave him the chance to back out. He's like, wrestling is no place for Canadian policemen.
Yeah, there's no place for a Canadian policeman right now. You can go ahead and leave.
Yeah.
And he fucking brought it. It was great. It was one of the better matches of that card.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was.
But back to Bloodsport.
Yes.
So, as we mentioned earlier, Wednesday night, Loki had dropped out of the card. And Game Changer Wrestling stepped up and replaced him with Minoru goddamn Suzuki. Which was an even better match, I think. And those guys killed it. Like, I loved that match. It had an incredible big fight feel. And it was just cool getting to see Suzuki's entrance and scream Kaze Ninare at him.
Tell the people at home who might not know about Suzuki. What are his credits?
He's a legit badass. Like, he's former King of Pancrase, pioneer in MMA, brought the shoot, helped bring back the shoot style to wrestling, and is just a legend. He's the current leader of Suzuki-gun in New Japan. He's just all around cool and scary man.
So you put him in there with Riddle, another guy who like legit knows what the fuck he's doing. So all their stuff looked really, really great.
Yeah.
And I can give me shit because
I wasn't giving you shit.
I got no fucking tolerance for just shitty form. Like, we're gonna do this, like make it look good. And I saw some whack ass triangles.
Who had the worst form of the weekend, Lee?
This one fucking dude. I wish I knew the name. I don't know a lot of the guys' names, but he won with this triangle. I swear to God, I was waiting for the guy to pop off. It was like the wackest shit I've ever seen.
Was it Dominic Guarini?
I'm gonna look it up. Dominic.
Was it at Bloodsport?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think that was the only one that ended with triangle.
Dominic what? Greeny?
Yeah.
Spell it.
Dominic and then Guarini, Garrini.
Oh, I didn't get that right.
This fucking guy, Dominic. Get your shit together.
No, his shit was good.
I was gonna say I thought his stuff seemed good, but as far as
his shit was good because he looked pretty damn legit. Now this is some big motherfucker that like. No.
Are you talking about Dan the Beast Severn? That's not cool.
No.
Sada, was it?
No, I don't remember. Some big white dude with a beard.
Was it?
Robert Kirkman?
Was it KTB?
It might have been KTB.
I think it's KTB.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because dude does not belong in that kind of style match.
Yeah, it was KTB. That guy sucks. Well, this guy Dominic Green was like he's legit. He's like a BJ.
Yeah, no, he's legit. That's why I was kind of surprised that if it was gonna be him.
No, this is the real deal. But that guy KTB was horse shit.
Yeah, but
no,
like that's the wrong type of match for him because we saw him a couple times last year and he was pretty good.
Like I was honestly surprised he did as well as he did in that match.
Like Eddie Kingston doing that Bloodsport thing was weird too. Like that's not a thing he should be doing.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston should thrive in Bloodsport. That's the guy you fucking take advantage of the no ropes.
Right.
That's the guy that fucking throws salt into somebody's eyes.
Yeah. At one point, didn't Nick Gage and Timothy Thatcher go outside the ring?
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Because at one point, I think, Gage gave Thatcher a suplex on the floor.
Yeah. You needed more of that with some of those ultra violent guys. And Nick Gage, boy, it was spooky being in the same room as that man so many times this past weekend. he has this air about him that you think at any moment he could fucking lock onto you and come across the room and just wreck your shit. He was threatening to be out in the parking lot every night. Like,
come fucking fight anybody. Yeah. That includes fucking fans. You don't believe me? Meet me on the parking lot.
Come fucking find me.
There was that time where he locked eyes with me from the ring.
But you were probably cheering for him.
No, he gave me like the salute.
Oh, nice.
I'm MDK now.
Love you, little man. Kelly, you MDK. Fucking gang affiliated, homie.
Yeah. I go get fucking hugs.
That guy is high energy.
And
we saw him. He also wrestled Pentagon at Spring Break, which should have been fucking rad.
Yeah, but that one you could tell was definitely hampered by the athletic commission stuff.
For sure.
Which is
it was still fun. It was cool.
Yeah, but it just wasn't the blood fest that we all wanted.
Yeah. We did not get that Matt Tremont Pentagon match of the weekend.
Because Pentagon he'll put in work. He'll fucking get nasty with you. And you know Nick Gage will. So that could have been fucking just a...
If you don't believe him, meet him out in the parking lot.
Yeah. I think that was probably everybody was kind of freaking out about the athletic commission going into it, and that's the only thing I felt like it really impacted was like some of the more ultra violent guys. Otherwise, like all the shit about not being able to jump over the rope, none of that shit mattered.
Yeah, there were plenty of pile drivers, even though Jimmy Lloyd got ejected from the building for giving a pile driver to the Invisible Man.
Though really the only pile drivers we saw were on the Pancakes show, and from what I heard, they actually got mad about that.
Oh, yeah, they're doing pile drivers inside, but we can't have fucking syrup inside.
No pancakes, 0 pancakes inside, no syrup outside.
I wonder,
no syrup at all.
Okay. I wonder if it was you can have your pancakes and syrup, but you can't have the pancakes inside. So they put the signs up that said no pancakes. And then someone was like, oh, no fucking syrup at all. And then, like, maybe you could have eaten pancakes inside because you could get food from outside and bring it in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Lee and I ate those amazing burgers inside there.
So maybe it was they didn't want the syrup inside, but you could eat the pancakes inside. It sucked. But
did not embrace the spirit.
Yeah.
Up there. But fucking.
All right, so any other thoughts on Bloodsport?
No, that's about it.
But besides, people did not like Thatcher.
No.
And that's been like a running theme throughout his American career. A lot of people don't like him. And a lot of that had to do with his really shitty Evolve title run. Like where just matches didn't work and people weren't into it at all. So and then he kind of went away for a couple months and became great again.
So the stink is just kind of on him still.
Yeah, so people just instinctually don't like him. But like his tag team stuff with Walter is always awesome. And I turned the corner on him. I originally really disliked him, but now I've turned the corner.
I have no problem with him as Walter's tag team partner, but I wish Walter had someone beefier as his tag team partner. Like Walter and PCO should be a tag team.
Yeah.
Yes.
They would wreck shit.
I came around on the big dude, little dude tag team this weekend. Like I like the dynamic is pretty cool. I like that.
Well, yeah, but when you're Brian Cage, anyone that's your tag team partner is little dude.
Touche. So then Evolve was late Thursday night.
Yes.
And
which was probably top to bottom the best wrestling show of the weekend.
Yep.
The best goddamn wrestling match I've ever seen in my life.
That was at the WN Super Show.
Was that one? But he won the Evolve belt there.
Yes, this is where Matt Riddle beat Zack Sabre.
Okay.
That wasn't the best one.
No, that was a good match. I enjoyed that match a lot.
That match was good, but it wasn't.
But I loved the match of the night for sure. For me, was Thatcher and Walter versus Sakamoto and Sawa.
Yeah, that was really good. That's right. That was a really good one.
Sakamoto was another great character of the weekend.
Fucking love that guy.
That guy just loves life.
Walking around.
Him and Sawa both just loving it every second of the weekend.
Me and Mary were talking about it today. He's got those dwarf proportions, but he's like a 5'8" Japanese dude. But he's Asian Big E. What Jose compared him to. And, walking around the venue in nothing but a shirt and his tights, so it looked like he was Winnie the Pooh in it everywhere.
That was the blast cut look.
Yeah, chopping the shit out of Walter, but just God bless him. Not quite giving it as much as he got. But how could he?
Sawa was so great too. Like this was only the second match of his I've ever seen, and he's just this excitable weirdo that just like if you hit him not hard enough, he thinks it's funny and then just kicks the shit out of you.
It was interesting seeing the influx of Japanese talent this year compared to last year.
It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome seeing those two, the New Japan guys on the other shows, Meiko Sechimura and Pancakes and Pile Drivers. Like, there's a lot of cool Japanese talent get brought in.
Yeah, Bushi came out for one of the shows. Fucking your boy Tanahashi came in. Like, it was really cool. Yeah, that Evolve card was really good. Forgot about the Zack Sabre Jr. part because that guy bores me to fucking tears.
He does, but
See, and I thought you'd like him. I like Zack Sabre.
I've never been impressed by a Zack Sabre Jr. match.
I don't know when people lose their fucking minds over that dude. Because like,
I love all the submission stuff.
his shit looks good. He knows what he's doing for sure. But like, that doesn't lend itself to like an exciting wrestling match. Like, I like the dude that like will do all that shit like when he needs to. But like that's his whole fucking gimmick. Is that and like lackadaisical bitch kicks. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I like that kind of British World of Sport style. That because he really wrenches his stuff in and makes it look like it fucking hurts.
Yeah, shit looks good. It definitely looks good, but nah. Was that the show that had Keith Lee and Darby Allin on it?
Yes.
That was fun.
Keith Lee, who had a car accident the day of, and then wrestled 9 matches over the course of the weekend.
Fucker put in some work. It was great, yeah. But yeah, Matt Riddle won and got the Evolve Championship.
Which our first title change that we've ever seen at a WrestleMania week show, which was really cool.
Into the Crash
Friday morning at noon,
which was also a great show.
Yeah. You know what? I might have to take back what I said about Evolve being the best wrestling show, because that Crash show was like 4-star matches at least across it.
The Crash was good, but a lot of the matches felt rushed to me.
Because there were
a lot to do, man.
A lot
to do.
Yeah, but that's how you keep it on fucking point. I mean, maybe not. Slow down a little, but
yeah, because there was a lot of times where it was just like, that was the end. All right.
But no, you had Pentagon and Austin Aries was the main event. That was a really solid match. Fucking 6-man tag with a bunch of new dudes you don't know facing off against Ella Parka. Fucking
Psychosis.
And Damien 666.
And my God, that chubby bastard can still get it.
Yep. He still goes for it.
Those fucking dudes are going nuts. One of the most fun matches from that was the 4-way match with, what was this 3-way? It was 3-way match with Cage, Sammy, and Willie Mack. And that match was fucking bonkers.
Brian Cage, who is basically if the Hulk was a wrestler and the Hulk cut a mohawk into his hair. And then Willie Mack, who is fucking big fat black dude. And then with Sami Callihan doing some straight up lucha shit.
Yeah, but like, Willie Mack and Cage do shit that like big dudes shouldn't be able to do. And they do it really, really well. So it's super fun to watch. Like Willie Mack doing moonsaults and dives and shit, and Cage's big ass doing Hurricane Ranas and 619s and other crazy bullshit. Like, it was nuts.
Willie Mack doing multiple kip ups.
Yeah, big ass kip ups, and he's got a good stunner too.
Yeah.
That was a really, really fun show.
I think other than the 6-man, my favorite match was Phoenix versus Flamita.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because those guys, they brought some flippy shit.
Yeah, which was great. It was a great way to kick off the day, and then kept on goddamn going. We did Rev Pro
at 4.
Well, yeah, we took a break to go check out the WrestleMania store, which was across the street.
Oh man, that was that time, wasn't it? Yeah.
And we didn't realize it was just across the street, so we're walking all over New Orleans, and we've got this just group of nerds. It was like Pied Piper, just trying to find the fucking WrestleMania store because their signage sucked.
We're comrades. Brothers in arms.
It was just right across the street. You better not bring a bag in, though.
Most helpful employee of Access.
We're walking outside. We see this dude walking up.
10 people deep at this point.
Yeah, we see this dude walking up in a yellow WrestleMania Access staff shirt. And Lee says,
I was like, hey, excuse me, can you tell us where the store is?
And he pretended like he didn't even hear.
No hello, no fuck you, no nothing. Just going. I'm like, all right, thanks, appreciate it.
I am off the clock, motherfucker. You should have asked me that shit a half hour ago.
But we eventually found it, and it was gross.
Yeah, it sucked.
Mary
Yes,
wouldn't
so-
go in because they were going to make her check her bag, and Jose didn't go in because he thought they were going to make him check the camera. So
they were
then
just cunts about bags.
I had just gone through security, and they wouldn't let me go back out the entrance to be with Mary, so I had to walk
that's
away.
the difference between you and me.
Yeah,
because
well.
that lady's not going to physically
You're
stop
right.
me from going out the door.
You're right. You're right.
They're gonna make me leave. I want to leave anyway.
Yeah, but then you run into the fucking Gronkowski security guard.
Yeah.
Come back and Lee's fucking face down, handcuffed.
Yeah.
tasered.
I just wanted to leave.
So the only two, it was Goat, Lee, and Kelly got to go through the store, and what you guys lasted about 5 minutes in there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
gross.
It sucked. Overpriced shit.
Overpriced shit, and just like again, they're so cunty about bags
You
and everything
couldn't-
that wasn't like the super on brand. Like
You couldn't go in wearing a fanny pack or carrying a Money in the Bank briefcase.
or like you couldn't go in with like diaper bags were one of the prohibited items. And like you can't ask a parent of a baby to go fucking anywhere without a diaper bag. That's outrageous. And they had the money. They were selling the Money in the Bank briefcases. They were like $85, and like there was a placard next to them that says, "Hey, you can't bring this shit to Access. So we'll take you $85, but you better go check this motherfucker and put it in the hotel and come back for your Access experience."
Hope you didn't want a picture in the ring with that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
So yeah, well, and then we had another show at the Sugar Mill after that.
Yeah,
right?
that was the Rev Pro show.
Which was solidly attended,
Yeah,
like
that was
standing
pretty
room
good.
only.
Good crowds. Good. It was really good to see nice, swelling crowds to the point where they had to get more chairs to seat everyone.
Right.
Yeah,
Open up more of the it opened up more bleacher seating and all that.
Yeah, 'cause
That's the
those
one with
Thursday
Tanahashi was
shows-
that one.
the opener was with David Starr and Martin Stone. Was one
Really
of my favorite matches of the whole weekend
Really
because those
solid.
dudes just beat the hell out of each other.
Really solid. That's the one with Ibushi had that tag match with homeboy with the shitty pants, right? Or am I making
Who's
that
the
up?
shitty pants?
Juice Robinson.
No,
Yeah.
well he was on that show, but no, Juice was teaming with Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
The match you're thinking of is Rocky Romero, Will Ospreay, and Chucky T taking on Kota Ibushi, Flip Gordon, and Shane Strickland.
And
That's right.
That
That's
might
right.
have
That
been,
was really good.
That might have
Kick-ass.
been one of my favorite matches of the weekend.
Yeah, like 'cause
Yeah.
shit came out of nowhere.
And people lost their minds for Ibushi.
Yep. He's so good. The exchange between Ibushi and Ospreay was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Like you got to see Chucky T doing awesome Chucky T shit. Just being a cartoon character of himself. It was
Mary's
great.
like, this guy's fun.
Oh, he's so good. Shane Strickland kicking ass as always. Like, that was a solid card. That was a good one.
Didn't see him as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, he didn't work as much as he did last year.
Damn, he worked
saw him
11,000
3
shows.
or 4 times.
Yeah.
It was damn good though. It was really good. And then the
So
WWN
that's-
Super Show.
Yeah, the WWN Super Show was our third show of Saturday. And this
It was
is
Saturday was full, you guys.
and this was 8 p.m.
Yes.
at the
Yes.
other venue. So there was the Sugar Mill, which was right by Access, right across the river, and then the Pontchartrain, which was another 20 minutes out. So then we had to go between these two venues, and WWN was another one of those that was almost full, but not quite spring break full.
Good. Yeah, but not quite that packed. But that's the one where I saw I got it fucked up earlier. This is where I saw the best live wrestling match I've ever seen in my life. And that was the Riddle Ospreay match was next fucking level.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that match was incredible.
and it was Riddle as newly crowned Evolved Champion too.
Yeah.
Which, good on that kid. Win it one night, defend it the next. Fuck it, let's do
Yep.
this. I'm not here to fuck around.
Yeah, Matt Riddle just obviously having the time of his life all weekend long, just loving life, Sakamoto style. But just doing some insane shit with Real Ospreay. It was incredible.
Dawned
That
on
match
me,
was
I was
so
trying to
good.
figure out who does he remind me of the whole weekend, and I got it on the drive home. Fucking Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Yeah, I can see that.
Matt Riddle is ripped, long-haired, gorgeous Steve-O.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Instead of stunts, it's fighting.
Yeah. Speaking of Sakimoto, he went up against Keith Lee in that show too.
Yep,
That was
and
damn good. That was impressive.
they had a good old time.
Couple big boys.
And then after the match, Nick Gage attacked Keith Lee and cut a promo again, challenging people to fight in the parking lot.
Just not fucking around. And to the point where Kelly's like, oh shit, you want to go see Style Battle tomorrow? And we're like, maybe?
We'll
And then,
play it
no.
by ear. Yeah.
Did not happen.
Yeah, I went like
Live
I think
wrestling.
we went 4.5 on Sakamoto versus Keith Lee, 4.25 on Dickinson and Jaka versus Walter and Tim Thatcher,
That was a really good match too.
and then the full 5 on Riddle and Ospreay.
Get the full 5.
Just
Get balls
best
deep on
shit I've
that
ever
5.
seen. It was incredible.
I gotta put this out there. One of the standouts for me and Mary both, DJ Z. You know,
Yes,
not
that
doing-
dude's great.
Fun.
He wasn't doing anything incredible, but his gimmick was great. His entrance is great. The fact that he would point to the soundboard and it would play a damn air horn. It was a great bit.
Yeah,
And then
no, that guy's awesome.
fucking spring break, man.
Then fucking spring break. Packed to the goddamn gills was spring break.
And everyone, like, they started playing Bohemian Rhapsody at about 12:20. You know, the show's supposed to start at 12. And, like, they dimmed the lights and they started playing Bohemian Rhapsody. And the entire place is singing it. Just ready. Ready for spring break 2. Everybody was there to have a good time.
Yep, that was a really good show.
We almost had too much of a good time. 4 hours of a good time.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier, but PCO versus Walter was the best match of that show, I think.
Yeah.
And then very closely followed behind by Janela versus Sasuke.
Had a good time with the fun James Ellsworth Matt Riddle match. That was kind of
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
But Mary made a great fucking point. There's a bit in that match, you know, James Ellsworth, for those listening, he's a man with no chin. He's just all neck and then mouth. Like, that's part of his gimmick, is he's a weird looking dude. So at some
Very
point,
weird-looking guy.
at one point in the match, Matt Riddle goes to knee him in the chin, and he misses because there's no chin.
Yeah, he doesn't have to move out of the way. It just misses because there's nothing to connect
Right.
to. It was really fucking funny.
But
That
then
was so good.
But then Matt Riddle ends up winning with a rear chin lock. Like, he should be impervious to any chin attacks.
Yeah, I really thought he was just gonna slip out of that.
It could have been a little more done there, but it was still a pretty fun match. It was great. Yeah, and then
And then the main event, Janela versus Sasuke. Both
but
dudes
first,
just
before we move
taking.
on, I want to cut you off. But the clusterfuck match, which again did go on a little bit too long,
But it had some great
That was-
moments.
that was the first time we got to see Session Moth Martina, and she was fucking delightful.
Kelly doesn't like her.
No,
Oh, she's
I
so
see
fun.
why people like her.
She's so fun. She's like the female version of Joey Ryan.
She's this thick Irish party girl who does a very similar Joey Ryan gimmick, where she's, you know, rubbing her butt on everybody, and very sexual and innuendo, but it's fun. It's a fun bit.
At
And
one point, she reaches into her tights and pulls out a condom from her tights and like goes full on like Sacco or
A used condom.
like
That might be the grossest thing I've ever seen.
It's so fun, man.
It was so great.
It was so great, and I thought it was such an interesting special bit. And then she did it the very next morning at Pancakes and Pile Drivers.
Took a little magic away, but that's okay.
But if that's her thing, go for it.
That's her Sacco.
And she had a powerful vagina like Joey Ryan's magic dick, and they had like a little chain wrestling segment at Pancakes and Pile Drivers with their dick and her pussy.
It was fun. It was really, really stupid. It was really
She
good.
did like a snap, like homeboy who breaks the fingers.
Broke his hand. Yeah.
She had him like his hands viced in there. And then she told the crowd to be quiet, and then she like snapped
it. We should have Jose recap all the cards of the WrestleMania week shows that we did, and it'll be so the first match was Homeboy versus this dude.
Crazy Asian in lingerie versus Becky and Beakyton.
Yeah, the Sasuke Janela match was great. Had the scariest fucking spot I've seen maybe ever.
Yeah, that ladder thing was so scary.
Oof.
Where he landed shoulders and head first on the ladder that was propped up against the ropes. So his arms and head went through the rungs, and he kind of flipped through with it still on him.
And it like broke a little bit as he hit
a little bit, yeah.
Like very impressive to see, but holy shit, did it look dangerous?
Yeah, it did.
Like really stupid. And then because why not? They closed out the night with the two of those crazy bastards karaoke "It's My Life"
by JBJ.
Like the whole fucking song, it was nuts.
It's Sasuke's favorite song to karaoke.
And you know what? If you listen to the lyrics or you look at the lyrics, it's very apropos for
Absolutely.
Spring Break and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked. It made sense. It made a lot of sense. But
it's my life. It's now or never.
In near 4 o'clock, so I'm like, I just want to go home.
Yeah. So as soon as the ref counts 1, 2, 3 and the bell rings, everybody that hadn't already left starts heading for the doors, and then we kind of mill about a little bit because we're sure that there's going to be a little bit extra, but it's time to get up out of the seats and start heading towards the door. And Joey Janela's like, "Fuck all of you for leaving. This guy's a goddamn legend. He put his body on the line for you. Everybody else that stayed, you're cool." But like, come on, Joey, give us a break. It's 4 fucking a.m.
I couldn't understand the people that left before that match.
No, that's crazy.
Like, you're there. Like, why? So you can sleep an extra half hour? Who cares?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It's Mania weekend. You're not there to sleep.
No, that was great. Pancakes and Pile Drivers next morning was pretty fun. Aside from them not allowing the pancakes in the building, which is fucking stupid.
And no syrup.
No syrup. And like Matt Stryker, who I normally like, was not awesome doing the ring announcing.
No.
Oh, he sucked.
I don't like him a lot.
Why was he there for that?
I don't know.
I feel like he announced Pancakes and Pile Drivers last year.
Did he?
I feel like I remember that.
I can't remember who did it last year.
In a similar, like, giving commentary between matches type way, but he was Uncool Uncle this time.
Yeah.
For sure.
All types of uncles there. All the uncles represented.
And I'm not
uncle,
gonna...
Not so cool uncle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit. I don't remember much about that show at all.
Honestly, it was the most disappointing show of the weekend, I'd say. Had some good stuff, but just nothing that really stood out.
I enjoyed the
opener with Jeff Cobb and Shane Strickland was really good.
Solid.
Yeah, it came
out
out to
the
Shaka
Lucha
Khan.
Brothers versus Teddy Hart and Jack Evans. That was pretty damn good.
Yeah. The ladder match
had
at the closest show was solid.
Yeah.
Fucking David Arquette.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there. And I'm just people watching. And I look at this other set of bleachers and I spot this dude. And I'm like, Could be just wrestling hipster. Could be fucking WCW World Champion David Arquette. So I look at him for a little bit, and I'm watching, and I point him out to everybody else, and they're like, interesting. And then he gets up at one point and passes us, and we're like, oh, yeah, that's David Arquette, 100%. They're there to watch, pancakes and pile drivers. And then the main event comes around, and the tag team who won, which was, what was their name?
The Besties in the World.
The Besties in the World call out David Arquette. And he jumps the rail and gets in the ring.
It was silly. It was fun. Very, very silly fun. Good times.
In which they set a date for a match. Well, they said set a date.
Yeah, at some point it looks like maybe at an AEW show they'll have a match.
I have to give it up for the Colt Cabana, Marty DeRosa versus Joey Ryan and Session Moth Martina match.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a fun garbage match. Mary really enjoyed that. Mary's a big Joey Ryan fan. Even bought his shirt this weekend.
I took a much needed poop during that match.
You know what? That wrestling has something for everybody.
It does. And that's what's so
match
great
to
about
let you
it.
poop on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I could go over and talk to Michelle at the Progress merch table during the entire Zack Sabre Jr. match.
Because during the it was the Shane Strickland Jeff Cobb match that was right before. I'm just like, oh, I want to see this match. Oh, I gotta poop so bad. Oh, I hope something I don't like is on next. And then like it's like, oh, it's gonna be a mixed tag match. Like, oh fuck yeah. And then I just get up and leave.
And then that's when we had our New Orleans adventure. That was very sleepy time.
A little weird, a little gross. It was definitely gray. It smelled bad.
Yeah. But went back to the house, chilled. Everyone but me and Kelly took naps because we're fucking warriors.
Hard naps. I'm not
Hey, you know
proud.
what? I was talking so much shit about naps. I took one this afternoon.
Kelly,
Solid.
we all
Great,
got
isn't it?
we all got like 10 years on you, man. We need our naps. we used to run like you could back in our day.
Yeah, I'm just broken, so it's fine.
Yeah,
But then, what a way to close out our weekend of live wrestling than with Kaiju Big Battle. It was so fucking fun.
It was one of the shows Mary was most excited for, and obviously Jose's lady and Goat hadn't seen it before, but it won everybody over. And it was
that was her most fun match.
It was the perfect end to our 8-show marathon. Like, we probably should have all gone home Sunday morning.
Right? Yeah, 'cause it was hard to top. It's so fucking dumb. Like, if you don't know, Kaiju Big Battle it's set up. The ring mat has streets and shit. They build little buildings, and all the wrestlers are in crazy costumes, like rubber monster suits, and they range from the incredibly impressive, could be a Power Ranger villain, to just a shitty mask with some rubber claws, and everything in between. One of the fucking wrestlers is just a giant scab.
Yep.
Just a straight up scab.
One is a waffle named French Toast.
Clearly a fucking waffle. That's hilarious.
I love that bit.
There were kaiju that were coming out to the ring, and the commentators were like, I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, this guy is so new, we don't even know what the fuck to call this guy. But yeah, my two favorite bits from Kaiju, they had a fun police bit where whenever somebody would do one of the things that they were banned from doing, they'd come out and arrest the one who the move was done to, which was kind of hilarious.
They did it. The one that got it done too.
But never better than when one of the plantains busted out a giant razor blade and cut Burger Bear, and just blood spewed from the top of this fucking burger costume.
Greatest thing ever.
Like that scene at Addams Family where the kids are having to play.
Yeah.
It was just, I'm amazed none of us got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought for sure we were going to get bloody at that show.
Yeah, it was so fucking dumb and silly. And then the aforementioned Sakamoto Daisuke ended up in an arm wrestling match with a crazy giant kaiju with giant arms.
That was so good. And just later finding the gif of him when like someone's like, you fan, you should come, and him just eating his popcorn and just looking around like, who, me?
Who, me?
That guy just needs to be the biggest movie star in the world.
And then Minoru Sawa, his partner, showed up later on as Lingerie Muto.
His alternate persona, where he is just the great Muta, but wearing lingerie.
That was fucking Sawa?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't realize that?
I did not. I didn't want to be racist.
It's like Beefy Boy kept recording it all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's one of his other personas. The other is Ordinary Man Munenori Sawa, where he just comes out and like wrestles in a suit, and he's just like a salary man.
That's just fucking ridiculous.
It's Sawa in like a bald cap, and he like glued on like a mustache and like a goatee, and he's just wearing like 9 bras,
Like some on his head.
Like a little tutu.
and I don't. Does he do this?
And his knees keep going out on him.
Okay,
he's
so he
got
does that
bad
all the
knees.
time.
Yeah.
The knee thing. 'Cause the knee thing was hilarious.
And then when Unicorn Party comes out, he just spent the next half an hour dancing at ringside.
But
Full
every once in
speed
a while,
dancing.
like, oh shit,
Like,
my knee.
never looked out of breath. The dude can move. He can go.
Yeah, and he was in character the entire time. Even the show ended with a giant conga line with all the fans and all the kaiju and Muto and Sakamoto, and like it was so fucking crazy.
Brought
and, like,
Bear
super
Ranger
fun.
back to life.
They brought Bear Ranger back to life using hot sauce as the final ingredient.
Yeah,
because of course.
The 3 secret ingredients to bring Bear Ranger back.
Yeah, it was so dumb and fun and like that's the one bit of merch Goat bought all weekend with the kaiju shirt.
Yep. I didn't realize he had bought that. And then I saw him the next day rocking it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Fucking got him.
I bought, in terms of merch, I bought a Bloodsport shirt, a Joy Janela's Spring Break 2 shirt, an MDK shirt, a shirt from Walter.
What does the Walter shirt
clock.
say?
What?
What does the Walter shirt say?
It's just kind of like a drawing of him, and then it says Der Ring General under it.
Oh.
It's cool. I bought a clock from Kaiju Big Battle, which
Yeah,
is
kaiju has the best merch of anybody.
Jose bought us a bunch of streamers to throw into the ring.
Fuck yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a goddamn blast, and then hung out at the house most of the day.
Yeah.
Jose and the lady took a little field trip, which was cool for them. We just hung out, did nothing, and then watched the goddamn WrestleMania. And boy, what a
Worst part of the weekend.
Yeah, WWE had to go and ruin it.
we
With their garbage.
For reference, we left the house at probably at about 10:30 Friday to go see the Crash, and we didn't get home until after 4 on Saturday, 4 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah, we would have been home sooner, but the maps wanted to take us to the Superdome.
That's a thing. But that felt easier to do than just to watch WrestleMania.
7 hours of WrestleMania.
WrestleMania was a fucking death march. And
Yeah,
it
we
didn't
were
have to
doing
be.
that for a while.
Yeah, we're doing it for a while. And like, I'm not going to get into it because we're running late and I don't want to do this for much longer because I'm tired as fuck. But just, it shouldn't be so easy for a handful of people to just write a better show.
Yeah. And probably the thing we all had the lowest expectations for, the Ronda match, was one of the highlights.
Yeah, it was
And
solid.
I had the fucking conspiracy theory the other night that Triple H and Stephanie made all the other talent sandbag so that the Ronda match would look better by comparison.
I mean, maybe.
I wouldn't put it past
So
them.
much of everything else was just dumb and out of place and just
Weird
didn't
decision.
make
Every
sense.
decision was a bad decision.
just about, man. Just about. Like,
There were bright spots here and there, but in 7 hours, there was maybe 20 minutes of bright spots.
yeah, and I said it over the weekend. Like, I'm not the guy that regularly shits on WWE. I don't watch it enough to have a dog in the fight. But like, that means that purely objectively, it just wasn't good. It was just not a good show, man. It was too damn bad. Too bad. If you want further analysis on WrestleMania,
Yes.
I would highly recommend hitting up the Voices of Wrestling WrestleMania review.
Oh, is there anyone good on that?
There's a couple of good guys on there, like this young buck Kelly Harris, who closes out his review. The best metaphor I perhaps have ever seen in my life. Why don't you just give the people a taste, Kelly?
I said that it's time to take away the keys from Vince McMahon because this show is the equivalent of him driving his car into a farmer's market.
Got him.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, for more in-depth analysis, by all means, please do check that out because it's a quality writing, not just from Kelly, but the whole damn staff. It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
we all did really good job, and I'm very happy that someone came along to help me out because initially it was like around 3 o'clock. I put in our group chat. I was like, hey, no one signed up for this. Who's doing this review? I really don't want to, but if we need someone to, I'll do it. And then luckily I roped 3 other people into helping me, and they all had a bad time too.
Yeah, they all had some choice words. Some good
pretty solid
sound
takes.
Yeah.
Pretty solid
good
takes. All right.
But
Let's
now
take
we're
us a
home.
break.
We're back.
What's up?
We're back. We're home.
Okay. Yeah, we're back home. Work wasn't terrible today. It was all right. I wasn't punished too bad for taking nearly a week off of work, which is nice. I'm pretty well caught up. Tired as fuck. My body hurts. My whole fucking body is kind of achy and things are kind of catching up with me. But it was good. I had a great fucking time. Thanks to Nyes for putting together the accommodations, figuring that shit out, and for Kelly for putting together a hell of a good itinerary, man. It was it was good.
Everybody pulled their
Always
weight.
happy to do it.
Everybody pulled their weight, and we had a good time, one and all. There wasn't a sour grape in the bunch.
Oh no, not at all. No, it was fucking great. It was a wonderful time. Goat had a blast too. I was so glad he got to come.
Yep.
'Cause it was fucking wonderful. It was great.
New York next year.
That's right. Damn,
Guys
maybe.
wants to get tickets.
We should just stay from Toy Fair to WrestleMania.
No problem.
I like
no
it.
problem.
We can
I'm
just
sure my wife would be super on board with that
we
idea.
can just lobby hop.
Oh my god! So we're watching WrestleMania. At one point, I was like, "Hey, so maybe we should make a pact to."
No. This is how it went. As WrestleMania is starting, I'm thinking, you know what, man? We've had such a great time this weekend.
That's right. It was the beginning.
I'm thinking it in my head. Like I'm gonna pitch to these guys that maybe we should all get those like $450 tickets next year and actually go to WrestleMania. 6 hours into WrestleMania, I look around the room and the vibe has gone out the window. And I mentioned to everyone, so yeah, when this started, I was gonna suggest that we all go see WrestleMania live next year. Everyone turns to me in unison and just gives the sourest just head shake that I've ever seen, and I laughed. You did that, WWE, to an entire room of people.
Yeah, we were riding high on life. And fucking sucked the air out of our entire. No bullshit. It didn't ruin a goddamn thing. Like it was, if anything, it maybe put us all in the right mood to go home. It's like yeah. Like WrestleMania was equivalent of all right, take your medicine, fun time's over.
They just spit in our belly button and said, "Get out of here."
Get out of this fucking. That was great. I had a great time. So let's take us a break.
Awesome
We'll come back. We'll take a break. Do the fantasy football things because fuck it, why not? And then we're gonna be done. I support that idea because it's mine.
Yeah.
So, enjoy this musical interlude. See you in a bit. Love you. Bye. Ripped Apparel is your one-stop shop for limited edition t-shirts featuring all the crap that you already like anyway. Every day you're going to see 3 new limited edition designs available only for 24 hours. That's just a single day. After that, they're gone forever. And best yet, if you want to check them out, buy a little something, they're going to throw a little kickback to us, your folks, your friends here at the Popcast. So go to PanelsOnPages.com, click that banner at the top of the page, or on the sidebar at pcn.PanelsOnPages.com, or you can just update your bookmark, check it out on your phone every single morning. That's what I do. Ripped, that's RIPT.PanelsOnPages.com. T-shirts start at just $10, and they'll kick us a little something every time. Help us keep the lights on, help us keep the podcast going, help us keep the site up, and get you a pretty cool T-shirt, man. Cool swag, cool shirts, good people, good deals from your favorite podcast. So check it out. Ripped.PanelsOnPages.com. 24-hour limited edition T-shirts that are pretty damn awesome. Check it out. And now back to your regularly scheduled podcast. Hey, all right. Whew. Let's power through this shit.
I got Pringles and I'm ready to render judgment upon people.
All right. I like it.
Well, we got Zero on the line.
What's up, Z?
Hello.
Great to hear from you. Thank you again for putting this all together. We've had a blast.
Hey, it's just as much fun for me.
Oh, shit.
What?
I'm up this week.
Did you not prep?
Nope, not at all.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go. But if you want to put us off until next week, just do Zero versus John, and then get the fuck out of here. We can do that.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
I just pulled the page. I'm like, oh shit, that's okay.
I'm willing
you have
to.
a good excuse not to be ready.
Yeah. Sure. Of course.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right, Nats, welcome to your nightmare. It's a new episode of Likes Japan shit.
Hey, I saw a lot of Japan shit this past week.
That's right. That's right.
Japan dudes, Japan chicks, Japanese kaiju, dude that looked exactly like Shinsuke.
Dude, that guy dressed up like Shinsuke could have been setting up outside charging autographs.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. Like, not just the outfit, but like, he had the same wrinkles on his face. Like, he was like a doppelganger. He was fucking Earth 2 Shinsuke.
Yeah. And it's not racist. It's not saying that all Japanese people look alike, because there were other Shinskes we saw. It's not quite Shinsuke.
Oh, God, no. No. But this guy looked fucking just like him.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
So do we got an email from John?
We do, in fact.
Okay,
have an email
good.
from John.
So we can at least get through one match this week.
We can. This would have been the end of the first round had I not fucked up. So my apologies to everyone. But I just forgot.
Well, what we can do next week, since it's the last final round matchup, we can do it like a speed round. We can each do it timed. Do our arguments timed, and then we don't get to say shit after that.
I like it. All right, so we'll plan for that next week. We'll do yeah, I like it. Okay, but not to be outdone. We got some action for you this week. Population. So we got this week. We've got
in the DC bracket.
It's in the DC bracket. We got Juggalo John taking on our own Zero. Juggalo John's team, the Emerald Animals, which is Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and Beast Boy. Actually, solid fucking team. Taking on Zero's Young Football Justice. That's Superboy, Connor Kent, Superboy, Miss Martian, and Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark. That's a deep cut.
Hey, I cut deep.
Impressive.
Now, the Emerald Animals, isn't Blue Beetle blue?
Hey, stop stealing my argument.
All right. So, do we want to like flip a coin or something, or just go read John's email and then we'll listen to Zero's?
Let's read the email. The email
because we got John in the chat if he needs to back up any of his points.
Actually, no. Do Zero first.
Oh,
because it's not fair to John. Because if John goes first, then Zero could rebut his claims right off the
He's in the
bat.
chat. I
Fair
can really
enough.
just talk over him.
That's a very good point. All right, so what you got, Zero?
Okay, so while I respect John as a human being, his team is garbage. I mean, as we were just discussing, Blue Beetle's not even Emerald. And yeah, that shouldn't matter in football, but that's like wearing the opposite team's jersey when you go out into the field. That's not cool. You can't call yourself an
disrespectful.
Emerald animal and be blue.
You're gonna be fucking fined for that.
Further, how is Beast Boy going to play football? Is it legal to catch the ball in your mouth? No, of course not. So Rhino can't catch it in the mouth. A Rhino can't carry a football.
It's not legal to catch a ball in your mouth, Jose.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, Jose, you want to rule this?
I don't know if it's legal. I'll say I've never seen it done.
I think if
For
you could
good
physically
reason,
do it,
because it's
you'd be
illegal.
fine.
Like,
I bet you wouldn't.
Well, I shut down that argument. Got you. I would probably lean towards not legal until proven it's legal. Show
There
me
you
the
go.
rule books that catching.
The rule books say you have to catch it with your hands.
okay, well, Beast Boy has hands, so
Well,
Beast
yeah, but
Boy
not
does.
necessarily. Not necessarily, because if you catch it like in your armpit and you secure the ball, that's still a catch. It didn't involve the hands.
You can like run as a fucking cheetah and then turn into a gorilla. That bitch got hands.
ooh, okay.
Gorillas do, yes, but again, he's not super Beast Boy. He's Beast Boy. He turns into an average Joe gorilla.
Yeah, but an average Joe gorilla will one fuck you up, and after you just became an average Joe cheetah, then bitch, you're 80 miles an hour.
Superboy is just like Superman, but less of a pussy. Would
That is true.
Would Superman just go like even blink at fighting a gorilla? No, of course not. And let alone like you remove the wussiness that would hold back. Superboy is gonna plow through gorilla mode.
He is the
Rhino
only character
mode.
with an S on his chest I give a shit about. I like Connor quite a lot.
Yeah. And Miss Martian, same thing. Super strength, they're going right through any animal Beast Boy can throw at them. Anything Green Lantern makes, they're breaking through it. There's no chance. Both Superboy and Miss Martian have super speed akin to the Flash. So I might as well have two Flashes on my team.
Who's throwing the ball?
Usually Connor.
Who's your running back? Who's your wide receiver?
Wonder Girl is the running back. Miss Martian the wide receiver.
I bet.
So
And again, Wonder Girl is she's a younger, more fit Wonder Woman. We've all seen the movie. We know how much ass Wonder Woman kicks. Now make her younger and fresher.
yeah, because
She catch?
the one thing I thought
I'm
about
sure
when
she can.
the one thing I thought when I watched Wonder Woman was, God, that Gal Gadot looks old.
Exactly.
It's leathery.
I mean, I'm not saying my team's unstoppable, but I'm saying some not so emerald animals stand no chance.
All right, I like it.
Let me give you let me ask a question. What besides super speed and super strength, what about Miss Martian and Wonder Girl's powers adapt well to 3-on-3 football?
So for Miss Martian, not only does she have the super speed and super strength, she has invisibility, intangibility, and telekinesis. Not to mention X-ray vision. All those things. You try to tackle her, you're just going to fly through her.
Okay.
She turns invisible, you can't even see her. And telekinesis, if the ball's overhead, she'll pull that right down into her hand.
Oh, an invisible. Can you imagine the fucking shame in getting tackled by an invisible person? I feel like we saw that over the weekend.
Yeah. A few times.
Oh, and she also has super reflexes and super stamina and slash agility.
And Wonder Girl?
Wonder Girl, not as great, but again, they're a team.
Okay.
That's also important.
Okay.
So that was my main reason for going with Wonder Girl.
Gotcha.
Just to keep that team aspect someone that they can rely on. And again, she basically has all the same powers as Wonder Woman.
Younger, less old.
Yeah.
Wonder Girl.
Fantastic agility, dexterity.
So there's a less road hard
Gal Gadot.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I like what I've heard. I'm interested to see John's take.
I don't know if I am on board with the notion that they could just plow through any construct. There's a little more work than that, but that's,
I mean, a little more, but again, it's a younger Superman, just as strong.
but just shitty.
Kind of a shitty person.
I like it. I like it.
That's why he wouldn't hold back.
All right. John wrote in to popcast at PanelsOnPages.com. Give his take on how shit might go down. He says, my team is Guy Gardner, Garfield Logan, and Jaime Reyes. My plan to go against Zero's team this time is to paint some word pictures about what would happen on the field.
All right.
So, first, the offense. Guy having a history of playing football for the University of Michigan is the team's QB. Picture this. Guy drops back with the ball in hand, ready to launch it from a construct RPG or missile launcher. Beast Boy in the form of a Peregrine Falcon working his way up the field, and in this case, it's most likely open. Guy launches it in lead of Garfield's flight path like he's trying to shoot him down. Beast Boy morphs into the form of an octopus and wraps fully around the ball.
Yes!
As he falls to the ground, just before he hits, he morphs into an African elephant trunk fully wrapped around the ball. Beast Boy would be able to make it off the field, even if anyone on the opposing team can hit him enough to down him, he would still be able to get far enough to count as first down. No. Oh, look at this shit, talking about downs. No one's ever done that before so far.
My question to that is, why would he be obviously wide open? Because can't both of Zero's guys fly?
It's a Peregrine goddamn Falcon, son.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's like the fastest flying bird on the world. That's the idea.
And it's a bird. It's hard to
get
It's hard to
he can
catch
only
a bird.
fly as fast as a bird, but his other two guys have superpower and they can fly fast too.
Let him finish.
I'm asking that question. I don't get why he is automatically wide open.
Yeah, fair enough. Next play, Guy throws it to Jaime. The Blue Beetle Scarab grappling hooks the ball, morphing around the ball to keep it locked in Jaime's grip. As Blue Beetle makes his way up the field, Connor can't make an attempt to tackle. Being Connor is a heavy hitter, Jaime uses an energy cannon blast to the chest as a stiff arm, knocking Superboy back and moving up the field. On the next play, Wonder Girl goes for the sack and is charging at Guy. With the construct hand, he slaps her to the side at full force. Guy would also be able to keep back anyone on the YDF team members, as they are all some of the top heavy hitters in the Young Justice. A Guy would have no problem either rocking a construct hand to the chest or energy blast, knowing that all three of them are strong enough to take it, but not powerful enough to be unfazed by it. On your first,
are we shooting people?
Damn it! You got a point. He knows it's not going to hurt him. It's shit that he has on him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he's going to hurt him or not. Are we allowing people to be shot with laser beams and such?
I'll allow it. I will allow it
because
it's using what you came to the field with, and if it's not like he described it as a stiff arm essentially.
Yeah.
So it's translating into football.
And in no way is it lethal against any of these guys. I like it.
Yeah, and if his gear is legal to have on the field, then he's allowed to use it, as long as he's not breaking any rules.
On the 1-yard line, Guy does a handoff to Jaime, then fakes he still has the ball with his constructs. The combination of Jaime's armor and the constructs are making an easy fake out. Then Guy goes back to, quote-unquote, throw the ball at Beast Boy. He sells it by pulling a Babe Ruth and pointing right at Beast Boy. He hails back with a construct arm. As the ball leaves his hand, it disappears halfway up the field, leaving Jaime open to cross to the end zone. Yeah, but the ball is probably fucking green. They're not going to fall for that. Okay. Almost done. Now. Oh, shit. I fucked up. Now let's talk defense. On the play, Superboy has the ball and is working his way up the field. Beast Boy is again in the Falcon form and diving at Connor at the bird's top speed, approaching between 90 and 240 kilometers per hour.
That's a big gap.
That is my fucking nightmare. Like a goddamn bird coming at me at a bullet speed. Jesus Christ. Moving at incredible speed. and Connor's back between the shoulder blades just before he impacts the Superboy. Garfield morphs into a 1,000-pound Kodiak bear and hugs him. That much weight moving that fast drills Connor into the field. Next play, Wonder Girl is open and the ball is heading into her. Scenario 1. Beast Boy in the form of a housefly gets in between Wonder Girl and the ball. Out of sight, just as the ball is about to reach Cassie, BB morphs into a linger monkey and intercepts the ball. Or scenario 2. Wonder Girl gets the ball and starts down the field, only to come head-to-head into Blue Beetle, rocketing straight at her with his armor morphed into a battering ram. Damien slams right in the middle of Cassie, wrapping around and dragging her to the ground at full thrust power of the Arab can produce. This play, Miss Martian has the ball. Guy is not above, lighting the field on fire in front of her with the power ring. This makes Miss Martian lose her focus just enough for Beast Boy to charge at her as the cheetah pouncing on her in an unfocused moment. Other things my team are capable of are a guy can cover teammates with armor constructs, increasing the level of damage they can take. Beast Boy's ability to morph into animals as small as a fly or large as a T-Rex. Garfield can run down the field of the cheetah full force. There you go. Exactly. Morph into Rhino. Same thing I said before. Blue Beetle's armor has the ability to morph into support braces in the ground to keep him from being knocked down. Nice. As the past games of the season have shown, I'm not sure how much the YGF powers will fall under what is already stated as not allowed. This Martian's mind reading for sure never came up. There you go. I feel that my team's power set is better suited for playing in the rules of football. I hope the style of description is felt as a creative way to state my case and not an annoying one. I'll be in the chat to plead my case to any counterpoints. Best of luck, Zero. Douglas John, XOXOX. It's a running gag now.
There's an important point I want to bring up here that he really stressed on was the peregrine falcon. Yes, they fly fast. However, a fully grown male peregrine falcon weighs about 2 pounds. That falcon's not carrying no football.
Well,
he can't lift it up.
No. At no point did he have the falcon carrying the football. The falcon morphed into an octopus, which caught the ball, and then when it landed, it was an elephant, and the elephant was holding the ball in its trunk.
Yeah, this falcon's coming at you at goddamn terminal velocity, and then turns into a bear.
Yeah,
it's still an elephant though. An elephant versus Superboy.
I feel like the strategy he has for Beast Boy is John's strongest argument, and it's the keeping your opponents on their heels strategy. He's constantly changing. He has a plan for these changes, and no matter how powerful you've got 3 super-powered Young Justice members, this Beast Boy strategy is going to fucking spin their heads around, I feel.
And you can't forget, Guy Gardner was a professional football player.
And John said that. But the strongest arguments were the way Beast Boy mixed shit up.
The way he mixed it up, and then the real practical application of like all of his team's power sets.
Yeah.
And how it affects playing actual damn football.
Like, I'm putting a vote in for John right now. I feel that is maybe one of the best argued matchups that we've had so far.
And not saying, hey, my team's going to fucking run to the end zone every time. No, saying like, yeah, granted, yeah. He probably won't get to the end zone, but when he fucking dive bombs and turns into a bear, you're going to at least get first down.
It was super well thought out. Zero, thanks for coming.
You know what?
No, don't. Let's. What do you think, Lee?
I'm like, not just because we're running late or whatever the fuck.
I wasn't gonna argue back. I was gonna point something else out to actually stand up for John here.
Okay. Well, I thought you were gonna concede, and I didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. This is probably no bullshit. The best laid out reasoning that we've ever gotten for this. Like, again, the fact that like it's not just this is my team, but this is like why my team would actually be good at football.
Yeah, yep. That's the key.
Which I imagine Jose probably appreciates because the whole thing is, well, can't she fucking catch?
I'm with Zero on this one though.
Oh, okay.
I'm still not getting how just because he can turn into an animal, he overpowers them just because he's an animal now. I mean, no matter what you turn into, you're going to tackle whatever has the fucking ball. So I don't see whether it's an elephant, a rhino, a bird. Like, what happens if the bird gets stiff-armed and that fucker drops because he's a bird? Like, how strong is this fucking bird?
Well, as we discovered,
Well, the bird's never in a position to be stiff-armed.
Right. Yeah.
No, but he's saying that you're going to tackle with the bird. And in bird form, he said that. He's going to hit him in the back and tackle him.
No.
He said that on defense.
No, he dives in.
Yeah, that was his offense.
And then transforms into a bear.
Yeah.
And he transforms as he dives in. He transforms into a bear and catches him in a hug.
So a bear's quicker than Superboy.
Well, a bear with the momentum of that bird.
It goes to terminal velocity.
And once you turn into the bird, once you turn into the bear, now you're limited to what the bear is. So,
but no, he's still got the momentum from the air. The transformation won't change the falling of his flight. That's just basic physics.
That's fine, but he's a bear, but he still has to like tackle him. So the bear still has to move.
He's above it.
And again, he's not saying he's going to hold him there indefinitely.
Right, but what I'm saying is what makes you think he can catch him? Because as the bear, he's not superpower anymore. So what if he waits for the transformation of the bear and then he uses his super speed?
Well, the bear weighs it's a 1,000-pound Kodiak bear. It's like I'm like,
that's fine, but that doesn't make him fast.
I'm a big, strong dude, and I fight other big, strong dudes. And like a dude not as big or as strong as me, well, I still may win that exchange in the long run. Like, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to get fucking rocked for a second. Like, it's not going to be like, I can't just plow through this guy because I'm stronger than he is. Like, I got to fucking.
Yeah, but so I'm not saying he's even plowing through him. What I'm saying is if they both have super speed, but his super speed is based on the bird coming in at a super speed, and then he turns into the bear. Who the fuck's tackling?
You're not understanding basic physics, Jose. He's coming from the sky, and when something is falling, even if it would change, it's still falling at that same speed.
Right, but he's falling at a guy who also has super speed.
Right,
so,
but if you catch him off guard, that doesn't matter.
How are you catching him off?
He's constantly changing from different animals, like on the fly.
I mean, Superboy is good, but he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head.
Yeah, he's like coming in from 6 o'clock.
Okay, but you're telling me he's getting tackled from above and behind by a bear, and he's just going to stand there as he's falling down instead of running forward. What happens?
You're fucking nuts. Like, John presented one of the most well-crafted arguments for having this person on his team and why it would be a good strategy. Zero admitted he put Wonder Girl on the team because she's a member of Young Justice, and it's kind of like, she's as good as Wonder Woman.
I'm still with Zero because I'm not seeing
what of Zero's argument?
You can be with Zero. That's fine.
Yeah, but what of Zero's argument won you over?
The fact that it's the girl Martian Manhunter, isn't it?
Like you yourself asked, can any of them catch? And you didn't even argue. He didn't even say they could catch, and you weren't even okay. Well, I'll take that. You've got a team with 2 women and a Superboy, and a not great argument.
And a bear falling from the sky that's going to tackle you.
That was one part.
And a professional football player.
That was one part of John's strategy, and a great strategy.
Yeah, but I already asked the question in the beginning, is what makes this guy automatically open in the scenario he built? That was the first question I asked.
Like, I mean, nothing. All these things have a leap of faith element to them.
I see flaws and holes in this leaning on the animal. So you guys don't see it that way.
You were allowed to think that, sir.
Okay, so get off my shit. I vote for you.
All right, what you got, Kelly?
John.
I got your back, Zero. I understand just because you turn into a bear doesn't make you automatically tackle a Superboy who's running forward.
Yep, because that's
Or
all
anybody
John's
else?
strategy was, that they just turned Beast Boy into a bear and,
Well, I'm
wrap it
asking
up.
the logic behind the scenario that was given. That's all I'm asking.
I feel like it's very clear.
That he's going to turn into a bird and then a bear and tackle him every time.
I wouldn't say that it would be every time. But
This is just an
what
example. This is a
does,
merely
does
a-
John have to fucking
So-
craft every play of a 4-quarter football game for you?
Jesus.
John showed clear understanding of the game and the strategy and what it takes to win over the judges
But that
in this
doesn't
scenario.
always win the game. So you didn't win me over. I voted for 0.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're fucking wrong. Cool. Thanks,
Solid.
0.
Congratulations, John. Moving on.
Well, I got the Jose vote. As far as I'm concerned, that's a personal victory.
I got your back, dog.
That's a big win.
He is a tough shell to crack.
And honestly,
One of his other offensive things was that the ball disappeared. We can't make the ball disappear. Or did I hear that wrong?
No, the ball doesn't disappear. Like the fake ball disappears. That I took umbrage with that one because in that case they're trying to fake them out with like a bright green football.
Yeah, but you can't have 2 balls on the field. That's a penalty.
Yeah, but if
So
it's a
that's
fake
play
ball,
It's not real.
No, you can't have 2 balls on the field. You can't show me an NFL player who's going to grab a fake ball and put it into the play.
there is a literal play in professional football called a fake.
Yeah, but they don't add a ball that fakes you out.
Neither is Green Lantern. He's creating a fake ball.
Right, which you can't do.
Why not?
No
He's got
problem
it.
with speed barrages and extra players. But you
He's
draw
got
the
a-
line at
he's-
fake ball.
Yeah, he's got a Green Lantern ring which he can use for anything.
Anything but make another ball.
What?
You
No,
can't
no.
add a
Where is this
ball into
rule?
play.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
not.
add a ball
It's
into
not
play.
a ball. It's not a ball. It's fucking.
Oh, it's a fake ball.
yes.
Exactly. So penalty.
For what? For
Too many balls
creating.
on the field. You can't just make a fake football and have people believe that's the ball in play when the ball in play somewhere else. You can't do that.
When in professional football would they be able to create a fake football? And that would be
but-
against the rules.
You guys are just arguing with me to argue. If the rule is you can only have 1 ball in play, you can't make a fake ball. Correct or I'm wrong on that?
Well,
I'm just
you're
asking.
wrong. You're wrong because they
How
can.
am I wrong?
Because
so anyone can just make up a ball and say this is what we're playing with
fucking-
now.
they fucking
get
do it all the
tackled,
time.
And the other
Hey.
guy's like, "Oh no, the real ball's over here,"
Hey,
and he
here's-
keeps going.
here's the quarterback. I'm going to hand it off to this running back, and then the running back makes a shape like they're holding a ball.
Yeah,
and
but there is not a ball created to do that.
and
You
there
can do
isn't
a
a ball.
fake play,
There isn't a ball. It's a construct.
which you can't do.
Well, of course you can. It's impossible.
No, you can't do it. You cannot construct.
I
a
think the
football
problem
in
here
play.
is Jose is right. You cannot construct a football because humans don't have that ability.
No, it's not about humans have the ability.
However,
It's the
I
ability.
bet-
You can't have 2 balls in play. You
There's
can't.
not.
If someone, because it's not really a ball, right? It's constructed there. It would be like if you pooped in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Pass a football.
Yeah, you're not passing the poop around. If he
I
constructed,
mean, you
a
can
piece-
if you want.
if he constructed a piece of poop and handed it off to the running back, who gives a shit?
But what if,
But he clearly gives a shit because he just gave him one.
If this was basketball and we're playing the basketball and somebody constructed a basketball to hit the game-winning shot, but the real ball never got shot.
Well,
shot
that
in
wouldn't
the
count.
air.
Yeah, that wouldn't count.
Okay, so in football, it's a penalty. It doesn't count. You
No,
can't.
they're not using the fake ball to
You
score.
are
Right.
you using the ball in a play. You can't use the ball at all.
is it really a football though? If it's not a football, is I guess what I'm saying.
He's saying that it's okay and it's his fucking loss.
I don't agree. I say you can't construct anything that looks like the ball in play.
Also, the commissioner of the league.
And also, like, so the judges would know it's fake ball. You're not fooling the judges or anything with it.
Yeah.
I say it's illegal play.
No,
and the
Watu's
refs-
It's not like they're trying to pass it off.
Yeah, Watu's in the corner like, good
That's the whole
play.
point of what you're trying to do is pass it off. Otherwise, why would you make a fake football of a construct? That's the whole fucking play, is to pass it off as a real ball. So they go for him.
And why would you ever do a fake or a reverse play in regular professional football?
Then fakes don't count. You can't do that.
No.
You're trying to trick them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not holding anything. You're not constructing a football.
And
So
neither are
you
they.
can't-
They're not holding anything. It's just light, solid light.
You guys win. Fine. Go ahead. It's a penalty. It's a penalty.
I love that you're arguing for me when I'm not arguing.
when Justin Timberlake had Prince behind him at the Super Bowl, that wasn't really Prince.
I love it.
It might have looked like it.
Jose,
Tupac's not really
I
alive.
admire your passion.
No, it's bullshit. If Tom Brady fucking blew up an inflatable football,
No, see, that's a tactile thing that takes up actual space in the world and that you can hold and touch and stroke.
And so you can't hold, touch, or stroke any of his constructs?
That's not true.
How is he blocking people with it then? So you can hold and touch and caress.
They're solid light. They're not an actual object.
Yeah, but he's going to dissolve it before he touches a person. John even says it
it.
never touches a person.
If it never touches a person, how is he blocking them? If it never
The
touches,
ball would never touch a person.
The ball.
He would dissolve the ball before it touches a person.
I say it's illegal.
We know. It's okay.
It's falsery.
It's okay. It's all right. You'll get him next time, Jose.
In superhero football, it's basically the equivalent of an onside kick.
No, it's not.
It's that kind of getting around the rules type cheating.
No, it's not, because onside kick is not cheating and it's not getting around the rules.
It's just
a
like
play.
doing a fake or a reverse isn't cheating.
Right, but you're not creating the illusion that the ball is actually somewhere else.
Yes, you are. You 100% are.
No, because
point of a fake.
they're visually seeing the construct. He constructed it. It's visual.
Why would the defender be following the guy without the ball if they're not intending to make it look like he's holding a ball?
Making it look like he's holding the ball because he's covering up, and making it look like there's an actual ball in his hand because there's a constructed ball in his hand, or two different things.
I actually have a good question for you, Jose. So if they were pretending to hold a ball, there's nothing there, that's okay, right?
Yeah.
If they're holding a bright green glowing ball that you can easily see and know is not the real ball,
you can't bring another ball into play.
But even if it's bright green,
it doesn't matter. You can't bring another ball into play.
They're idiots if they go for it.
It doesn't matter if they go for it or not. You can do you can do whatever play you want to do in football.
I think
But
unintentionally, Jose's argument is that pretending you're holding a football is actually better than holding a construct football.
That is correct.
Oh my god.
That is correct.
Oh, this shit's so stupid. I love it.
It's the best.
It's some of my favorite shit that we do. I'm not gonna lie. It's so dumb. All right. Well, fucking man. Go. Z, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for coming on.
Of course,
It was fun.
guys. Anytime. I'll see you next time.
I got your back next time too.
All right.
Zero.
Thank you, Jose. Like I said, that's the vote that matters. All right. Toodles,
It was
everyone.
an honorable game. Fucking love that boy.
All right, Lee, let's go. Let's go right now.
Let's fucking go. Let's
I'm
do
kidding.
it. Yeah. Email us. Popcast@PanelsOnPages.com. Leave us a voicemail. 616-951-1POP. If you happen to watch that shit live or on the download or whatever the fuck on the website, let us know, man. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you saw us, how fucking handsome we looked. We were looking pretty good that weekend. Until, we were not looking our best at spring break. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I was showing Nicole some pictures of last night. And I'm like, yeah, here we are at the beginning of Evolve, and look how fresh-faced we are. And now here's us at Kaiju, and we look like zombie people.
I don't know about you guys, but once spring break rolled around, I had been in those clothes for something like 20 hours. I don't know if you guys get the same thing where you wear your underwear so long that it just stretches out and it no longer forms any sort of protective barrier or support or whatever. Like, I wear, like, boxer briefs, and these were it was like I was wearing nothing at this point.
It's all just smoke and mirrors at that point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it. I totally fucking get it. But it was every goddamn bit of it was worth doing. It was great.
Yep.
It was fun. But all right, yeah, that was it, man. That was our fucking whirlwind. We will we'll speed around through our match next week for the footballs. I apologize for if I gotta take a fucking delay game penalty, Jose. I will.
Whoever constructs a football, I'm voting against them. Breaking the rules.
I fucked up. I know I fucked up.
Oh
right.
my god, Jose, you hear one thing of the argument and you latch onto that.
All kinds of things.
Two things.
All kinds of things.
Two things. You didn't like that he was a falcon that was open, and you didn't like that he was making balls all over the place.
It's the whole animal. It's the whole animal thing, offense and defense. And I still never got an answer of why he's just open.
It's all right.
In the scenario, he's open, my sweet boy. He was painting a word picture, like he said.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it's.
Maybe, hopefully next week we will not be so mired in controversy.
Yeah, we'll see about that, because both of you guys are going to come with some bullshit. I feel it now. You guys are going to come up with the most bullshit to see who can tip me over the worst.
Jose, now you know
And
how
you
I
know
felt
what?
when they were trying to tell me that Superman wouldn't get all fucked up on cocaine.
Challenge accepted. Let's boil some water. Y'all fuckers better follow the rules.
I've got my write-up right here. I was ready to go. So once this show's over, I'm going to read over it and make it Jose-proof.
I apologize. My bad. I really do feel bad.
I'm going to pick apart both of your guys' strategies.
Yeah.
Well, one of us has to win. I don't know what to tell you.
Tie.
All right.
I hope one of you has a good kicker.
All right. We're calling it. Email us, call us, all that stuff. Had a fucking blast. Much love to everybody. And big ups to the friendly Satanists. You guys, you out there doing the Lord's work. The Dark Lord, but the Lord nonetheless.
And big up to Matt Steve-O Riddle.
Yep.
Coming through with some nice.
And keep your shit together, Becky.
Change your motherfucking life, Becky.
Yeah, because it's not everyone else. It's you.
That's the real shit of the night right there. So for Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, and Kelly Harris, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and we'll talk to you lovely people next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. All right, love you. Bye.
Break.
We like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich. Think too much, feel too little.
Wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo!